Catherine, we are waiting this hour for a French repatriation flight, the first to land here in Paris a bit later on. While we're waiting for that flight to land, what can you tell us about some of those other evacuations and perhaps as well about some of the challenges that people are having getting to the airport in order to get on those flights, which, as you say, do now appear to be operational?
Yeah, this is one of the major challenges because you've got several countries, Western countries, which have effectively relocated their embassies from buildings, compounds in Kabul, down to Hamid Karzai International Airport in a zone where they're able to work more securely. And so they're telling people, their nationals and those with visas and those who might be considered to be evacuated by them, they're telling them to come down if they have the right paperwork to the international airport. And clearly that's a huge challenge because there are Taliban roadblocks throughout Kabul. Lots of people clearly very scared. They're worried about security on the streets of the Afghan capital. And it's a very intimidating and difficult thing to do. There have also been large crowds outside the international airport. Another security risk there with armed Taliban fighters patrolling that area there. So clearly a very daunting thing to do. We know there are still a few hundred people holed up inside the French embassy. That information coming from our French language correspondent, who's one of those inside, and lots of people outside that compound too, hoping that they can be processed in the next few days. People working for various other European embassies and consulates. I'm thinking about reports about what's happened at the Dutch embassy, that the Dutch staff managed to evacuate a lot of their Dutch nationals, but not the Afghan nationals who turned up to work and didn't realise that their embassy had been relocated. People who'd been working for the Swedish embassies, Afghan nationals too, reporting similar lack of communication. So clearly it's been a very panicked situation when the Taliban took control of Kabul earlier than a lot of diplomats and a lot of security insiders thought was possible. Then there was a scramble, and there have been many chaotic situations which have made it all the more difficult to evacuate.
Catherine Norris-Trent for us there in Dubai. Thank you very much indeed. And